pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling.
If you know, you know. If you know about the carport, the trapdoor's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
If you know, you know.
Second down, Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 6. They'll run here with Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson now. That is incomplete. Jackson. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Love. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And it is still early, just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 20.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Well, that was an intriguing call. You got a chip shot field goal. Tight game. Why not just take the 3?
I know that not all the old rules apply in today's NFL. And, in fact, I'd love to have an analytics coach here with us right now to say why that was probably a good play. I don't know that the analytics coach would have said that. That seemed like a bad play. Take the points there and move on.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
The tackle made.
A big play that time for the Ravens. 82 yards.
And a Raven 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Ravens nothing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First down, Love to pass. They go screen with Dillon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 35-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And down to the 15. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 46 yards on the ground. Great run, and you know some people question, do you take a running back as high as they took him? That helps to answer it right there.
You hear that all the time, don't you? Don't get a running back that high. You can get the same production later on in the draft. But I've always been of the opinion, when you have a guy as talented as this one, you better go get him and put him to work.
He has a chance to be elite. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
The 4-yard line.
Love with a give to Dillon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now a handoff looking right, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Packers add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Ravens 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. 16 yards, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. There goes Mark Ingram, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 37 yards, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Love now on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Marcus Peters.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens 20.
Now they try the right side here. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Running back. Patrick Queen on the tackle. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now here's a carry heading left. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Packers! Josiah DeGuara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right,
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Quick slant to Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel.
Jackson's
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Ravens.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
To Taylor Gabriel.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And it's
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they pat.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. The 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
touchdown.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Packers 35, Ravens 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. You don't want it.
Working out of the gun. Love. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6 brings up 3rd and 5.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Their own 28-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rolling to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Touchdown, Ravens. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you've won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, looking for Andrews down. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Mark Ingram, the ball.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
First and goal.
Jackson from a shotgun. Eluding the press. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Second and 3.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the 30.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ferguson there on the
gain of 3, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.